So there we go.
Let's go ahead and do the after show.
Let's do it.
Hey, why not?
What do you
I
think
say.
about that?
I love it.
By the way,
Yeah.
so my wife plays basically free-to-play puzzle games on her phone all the time.
Yeah.
And has been doing so during COVID-19. So I introduced her to Picross.
Yes.
Ah,
you
right on.
mentioned that
this week. Yeah, I mentioned it. I forgot to mention it on the show. But so now my Switch is gone, basically. She's using it all the time to play Picross. She's done a lot of 10x10 puzzles, and the 15x15s, she's like slowly getting into those.
Nice.
But yeah, so her quarantine or stay-at-home game is Picross S4
Excellent.
and S3 using the Switch.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Anywho,
let's do an after
Okay.
show.
There we go.
Okay. This month, of course,
show.
it's May 2020. This time we're setting the time circuits for May 2000.
Oh my goodness.
Which I guess no surprise, a Tony Hawk game is on the cover.
Yeah.
Of
good,
EGM.
good timing.
Tony Hawk 2.
remakes, announced.
Yeah. So we've got a review game here. We're gonna have Greg go first, then Phil. So set your
Okay.
mind to May of 2000 and what was going on during that time. You know, Greg, this one is for PlayStation. Let me get the soundboard up so that I can
Hit the buzzer.
hit the buzzer as soon as you don't guess this one.
That's mean. CJ.
I don't usually get into cute racing games, but blank is fun in a simplistic way. The sensation of speed and the nimble power sliding is what won me over. The tracks are not overly long and confusing either. Remember, simplicity. Power-ups are well placed, the speed boosts are effective, and the weapons work well. To top it off, multiplayer is quite functional for both 2 and 4-player modes. I highly recommend blank for younger players.
Crash Team Racing.
I think we did Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, I don't know
I
when it
think
came
so.
out.
Previously,
Yeah.
but it is not Crash Team Racing.
What year is this?
2000. So
Year-
this is late era PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And I think if I remember correctly, here's a hint.
No hints.
I like how
let
I'm
him
getting the
guess
hint.
first.
I like how I'm getting the hint.
Yeah, let him guess first.
Okay.
Twisted Metal Small Brawl.
Oh, that's a good guess.
It did say
Okay, what's the
cute
hint?
racing games and for younger players.
What's
Yeah.
The hint is that it's a first-party Sony game.
like Crash Team Racing?
Twisted Metal Small Brawl.
We both guessed first party Sony games.
Yeah, what's
It wasn't a hint at all.
The hint is
uh,
that it's by Naughty Dog. No, wait.
Jerk off.
it's part of the Twisted Metal series.
By Naughty Dog.
David Jaffe worked on it. No, it's Speed Punks.
Oh,
Remember Speed Punks?
I do
No,
not
of
remember.
course
Speed
you do
Punks.
not.
I remember Punky Skunk.
Yeah.
I
All right,
remember
Phil.
Johnny Bazooka Tone.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
This one is
Uh-huh.
for the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Oh.
100 Mega Shock.
Indeed. It's really nice to see blank style strategy games straying off the traditional and beaten lands. What? Hold on.
No.
I got this. I'm gonna start over. Go around the horn. It's really nice to see blank style strategy games straying off the traditional and beaten lands of fantasy and magic path. It's especially nice to get some of this goodness on a portable system. Besides just being in a cool genre that you can play on the go, Blank offers up very solid gameplay with a cool storyline and fun battle system. Warning, if you didn't dig Blank's simultaneous move method, you're really going to hate this game.
Oh, geez. Oh man, there is a Neo Geo Pocket Color game. I think I know what it is. I just don't remember the title. I think I might have a copy of like the review build of it. I may have the cartridge if it's the game I'm thinking of. But holy crap, I could sit here for an hour and not think of it. So
Not
I don't
remember
know.
it.
I do not know.
Okay. Greg, you want to try to steal?
Dive Alert? Becky or Matt?
That, you know what? That game popped into my head.
But I've
And
never
I-
actually played it.
Well, you know what's terrible is I couldn't remember. I knew it was Dive something,
Yeah.
and I knew that there were two versions, and I
And
remembered.
I have review copies as well.
Oh, dude,
Oh, really?
I remembered one of them was Becky, and I
Yeah.
couldn't remember who the boy one was.
I think it's Matt.
But I figured it wasn't that because it probably would have mentioned the two version thing and probably made like a Pokemon comparison or something.
Yep.
More
than likely.
What is it?
It's Facile.
Oh,
That is the one. I remembered it. I was
Yes,
like,
I
it
forgot about
started
that
with
game.
an F. I remember it started with an F.
It
but
does start with an F.
Yeah,
You're correct.
that I believe I have.
Facile.
With an exclamation point.
With an exclamation point. Yeah.
You know what?
I know I have a copy of that too.
1 second, please.
You're going to go look for the copy? Yeah, I reviewed this one. That was not my review. This was Dan Shu. He gave it
I'm
an
back with my
8.0.
Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Yeah.
How it shows you how close I keep.
Man, the Neo Geo Pocket Color is such a great system.
There it is. There
Such
it
a great
is.
system with so many little like gems.
You know what? Before I go looking into this, are there any
Hmm.
more Neo Geo Pocket Color reviews?
No.
Okay, because I don't want to like.
Well played, Phil.
I don't want to.
Good for
I don't
you.
want to.
There are
I don't want to
not.
cheat. I don't want to cheat.
Let me give you a hint. This one. No.
It's a first party Sony game.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Falsele. Oh,
Facile.
there's Dive Alert Becky
Yeah.
review
Dive
Got
ROM.
the exact
Becky.
same label I have.
Yep.
It's almost like the same person wrote it.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I don't have.
That was one of the other
Facile.
the dive alerts and I think Facile were two of the most rare.
Yeah, they were very late in the
Yeah.
Neo Geo Pocket Color run.
Maybe I don't have.
Man, Neo
Oh.
Geo Pocket Color is a great system.
I have a Beast Busters review
Yep, I
ROM.
have that one.
Okay.
I have the actual game,
Oh, do
like
you?
in the package.
Oh, I have a review ROM of The Last Blade.
Ooh.
Do you have Pac-Man with a little ring you put around the controller?
I
do. I have
I
Pac-Man.
do.
I have it in the box. I think still sealed.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
A lot of good it's doing you in
Don't know
there.
where it is.
Yeah.
I don't actually do not. Oh,
There
I
was a
have the
time
I have the retail
in-
version of Dive Alert Matt.
Oh, there you go.
early 2000 or 2001
And there
where
goes that.
Amazon.com had just a ton of Neo Geo Pocket Color games for super cheap.
Oh yeah, they were giving them away.
And I ordered the shit out of all.
Same,
Like, yes. I'll order this one and this one and this one.
same. Yeah, somewhere around here.
Anyway, let's keep going while Phil's
Yeah.
looking.
Yes.
I know
Greg.
I know I have Pac-Man and the rings, but not in this case apparently.
Greg.
Oh,
yeah.
This one's for PlayStation 1.
There's my
There it is,
Pac-Man.
40th anniversary.
Yep.
Crash Team Racing.
No, this one's for PlayStation 1. One wonders why they bothered to name it blank instead of starting a new franchise. Almost nothing has carried over from its predecessor. Regardless of that, blank is not a bad game at all. The story is somewhat interesting and the dungeons are laid out so that it offers a decent challenge. It's too bad the controls are unintuitive. Why no full analog control?
Hmm.
And the collision detection is way off. Not great, but not bad.
What system's this for?
PlayStation,
PlayStation.
1.
PS1.
So dungeons, but nothing's been carried over. No full analog control.
Hmm.
My God, could be any RPG sequel.
Right.
Any RPG sequel.
I'm assuming it's an RPG or an action RPG. Like it could be Alundra 2. That seems like a very negative review for an Alundra game. Was there an Alundra 2? I don't even know if there was.
Yeah, there was. And I'm not just saying that to try and get you to guess a game that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
There is an actual there is an Alundra 2, yeah.
I don't know, Alundra 2.
It is Alundra 2. Wow.
It's like a very negative review for an Alundra game. I thought those were beloved.
If I remember correctly, so the first Alundra was beloved. It was a Working Designs RPG.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was 2D back when the whole thing was that Sony wouldn't approve two-dimensional RPGs on the PlayStation for North American release. And I think Activision picked up Alundra 2. Wasn't it like Activision or some other company released it?
I'm almost positive.
But the Alundra 2 basically had nothing to do, not even the character. I mean, the character might have been named the same, but it didn't look the same, and the tone was completely different.
Joe Alundra wasn't there?
Joe Alundra, exactly. So 6.0 is what Che Chow gave Alundra 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
All right.
Well, there
Point
it is.
for Greg.
Thank you, Phil.
Phil.
You're very welcome.
The assist to Phil.
the assist.
Can I get 0.25 points for that?
Not at all.
No. This one's for Dreamcast.
Okay.
This is one beautiful game. After seeing the PC version more than a year ago, I knew any Dreamcast version would look spectacular. Here it is, and it does look great. It also plays really well, just as good / better than the N64 version. This is the first real platformer on the Dreamcast where you can fully explore all parts of the game's world. Blank didn't quite capture that feeling. As a fan of action platform games, I can say that Blank is one to add to your collection.
Ooh, Greg knows this. Platformer that was on N64 and P. See, at first I was like, oh, it's probably Star Wars Racer until you mentioned platformer.
Was Star Wars Racer out a long time before? Oh, yeah, you're right. On the N64.
Before it was on Dreamcast?
Right, you're right.
Yeah. What's a platformer that was on? Because it says it was on PC too, right?
Yes, after seeing the PC version more than a year ago.
Huh. So it's not like Bangai-O. Because I remember Bangai-O was a N64 game and that came to Dreamcast, if I remember correctly.
Wasn't a platformer, though.
Yeah, it's not really a platformer. Bangai-O, I like Bangai-O, though. Jeez. I don't know. I can't think of it.
No guess?
I know.
Okay. Greg, would you like to try to steal?
I'm going to say Rayman 2.
Oh. Yeah.
It is Rayman 2.
Yep. That's right. I forgot that came out on PC.
Yes.
And N64, right?
9.0 from me.
That was a good game.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rayman 2 was good.
Rayman 2, very good. All right, Greg.
Get this one and put it out of reach.
Final round.
Yeah, really.
We also have a tiebreaker.
Oh.
But this final round.
This
one's for the Nintendo.
Rolling his eyes.
It'll be worth 50
Nintendo
points,
64.
I'm sure.
Ah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, N64, good. We're in my wheelhouse here.
Yeah.
If action games can get any more dry, monotonous, and annoying than this, then cue me now, please. Blank falls way short of the mark. The levels are drab and unimaginative. The action and gameplay leave plenty to be desired. You can salvage a lousy single-player experience by pumping it up with cool multiplayer features, but that is something this game definitely does not have. No options and no variety means no good score for this poop.
Tells you nothing.
Yeah, that could be anything.
That's just multiple sentences saying this game is bad. This is a bad game that is not good.
The Nintendo 64.
Did it say it was an action platformer?
It says if action games can get any more dry.
See, it doesn't even say if it's a
action
platformer
games.
then.
No.
Oh man.
It does. I mean, it says you can salvage a lousy single player experience by pumping it up with cool multiplayer features. So this game is unable to do that.
I don't know. I don't have a guess.
Phil.
I don't know the N64 library well enough to guess a random title.
Yeah, right. It's probably, this game probably wasn't out yet, but Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh, it's a good guess.
It's not.
Nope.
Blues Brothers 2000. It is Daikatana.
Oh,
Ben Rivers is having a seizure. He loves
that.
Daikatana.
Got a 3.0 from Dan Shu. All right,
man.
Phil.
Okay, not that I can win.
This one's for 5 points. It's for Dreamcast.
Apparently I can. The Bangayo.
There's a lot about Blank that's extremely satisfying. The exaggerated attacks and how they connect. The intense tag mode. The way you can smack people against a concrete wall and watch them slump over. And that you can knock enemies through a pane of glass and watch them fall some 30 feet to a new area in an arena. The fighting system is pretty nice too. I would have liked more interesting characters, but overall, it's a solid, very pretty fighter.
It's easy.
Oh, really?
I think.
Is it though?
Mortal Kombat Gold? It's probably not.
Is that your final answer?
I guess it probably shouldn't be.
My God, you give him so many hints. It's hilarious.
I know, right?
Why don't I ever get offered hints?
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. Like, it's not Soul Calibur. It's not Power Stone. I'm trying to think of what other early fighting games were on that system. Because what month are we in?
May 2000.
May. So I mean, this is still pretty early in the system's life. Yeah, I don't know. Star Gladiator.
Sorry, no.
Okay. I don't
Greg.
even Dead
Dead or Alive 2.
Oh. There it is. With 7 points.
2.
With 7 points, Greg wins. Dead or Alive 2.
All right.
I didn't play a lot of the DOA games.
I didn't play a lot of that one, but it was a showpiece because
Yeah,
of
it was a
what
showpiece.
CJ just talked
Right.
about, where you could smash through windows and stuff.
Yeah, I
of
forgot
the
about
arena.
all that. Yeah.
And the fact that the rings had barriers like a concrete wall and punching,
right.
like you'd slam up against it and
Yeah,
slump over.
that's
You
exactly-
really,
that's
I mean, Soul Calibur kind of showed like, hey, everything can look beautiful on this system.
Right.
And Dead or Alive 2 was like, yeah, and we can also do things like expand the play areas.
Right. Yeah. Nah.
And then the PS2 version was the one everybody cared about.
Yeah.
When that came out.
Yeah. I probably should have remembered that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just never.
Well, we have a
got into DOA.
tiebreaker
Oh,
here.
which is worth 10 points apparently.
We
Worth-
didn't tie.
20 points. This
Oh,
time,
my.
because
Well.
it's a holiday weekend in the grand old US of A.
There we go.
And
So
there it
Phil,
Yeah.
this one's for Game Boy Color.
Dive alert. Becky's story.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. No, this one's for Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. Okay.
Thank God the wave of quality NES games going Game Boy Color is continuing. I enjoyed the NES original, even though I'm not usually big on side-scrolling action games.
That narrows it down.
So I know some things have been changed to make it a bit easier. Enemies moved, frustrating bits taken out, but that just makes it a better balanced game. It's too bad you have to use passwords. Considering the quality of the rest of the GBC catalog, this is a good choice.
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy
NES.
Color version of an NES game.
NES game that has been modified somewhat
but has passwords.
and has
Still a save
passwords.
system.
So it's not like any of those like NES classics, because those were just straight. Here's the game.
It's also a side-scrolling action game.
Yeah.
Don't know if you heard that part.
Yeah. Who wrote this review? Who's not into side-scrolling action games?
Crispin Boyer.
Really? Huh.
Yes. It's a Crispin Boyer review.
Ugh.
He says he's not usually big on side-scrolling action games. He doesn't say
Okay.
that he's not a fan. I mean, come
Okay.
on.
Okay. Jeez. I don't know. I have no idea.
We've done a few of these already where there are NES ports.
Yeah.
They've come up on Game Boy Color. We haven't done this one yet. I know that's a big hint. Forget the ones that we've already done.
Yeah, because I think we've done like the Bionic Commando game, but I mean that's not even an
Right.
NES. It's not a port. That's a full-on sequel. But I mean,
No.
Reviews have been wrong in the past. I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't know.
Greg, would you like to
27 points. Do you want to win by 27 points?
No, actually with the Canadian exchange rate, it's just worth 1.
Oh man.
That's backwards.
He's right though. CJ.
No, I don't have a guess.
No
Yeah.
guess.
I don't
oh my
know.
gosh. Just name an NES game.
Super Mario Brothers.
Castlevania.
Mega Man 2.
No.
The Adventures of Rad Gravity.
No.
What was it?
Blaster
Zombie-
Master.
Oh.
I forgot there was a Blaster Master on Game Boy
That's
Color.
right.
Blaster
yeah.
Master
I
on
should have.
Game Boy Color.
I suppose I should have known that.
Yes.
Yet here we are. Blaster Master.
Yet here we are.
we are.
Blaster Master, which trying to think if did the Game Boy Color version have a subtitle?
DX.
Blaster.
It might
Master,
have.
Game Boy Color. Enemy Below. Yeah. Blaster Master, Enemy Below.
Below.
I forgot about that.
Enemy blow.
With a
Oh
password
well.
instead of a battery backup save.
The original didn't have a save at all, which I guess is what's throwing
Good
me
point.
off there.
Good point.
Yeah, because when he says,
Oh,
you gotta
too bad
use
you have to use passwords.
gotta use passwords, that made me think that the original one
This is
either used
General sentiment about passwords.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was taking that to mean that the original NES game either had passwords or a battery,
Right.
whereas Blaster Master originally had nothing.
Yes.
You had to complete that game in one shot.
It's true.
So I'm blaming Crispin for this.
Got a 7.0.
I am taking back our plug of his book from this week's episode of the show because he clearly doesn't know that you could not save your progress in the NES Blaster Master. So I'm sorry, Crispin.
Right.
Maybe next time.
Well, congratulations, Greg Seward. You have won this round of the EGM review game, May 2000 edition.
Woo!
Yes, indeed. And I want to say thank you all to our Patreon supporters, all of you out there. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We do appreciate it very much. Keeps the lights on, keeps us doing this thing called a podcast.
We do
for
so well.
14 years now. But I want to thank you very much for supporting the show. If you have an idea for a game that we can play on the show, it's very easy to email that to player1podcast@gmail.com. We've been doing like listener created Jeopardy games, and those are created with a little site called jeopardylabs.com that lets you create all that stuff. It spits out a URL at the end. You can email that to us, and then we can all play, and it's super fun. So consider doing that, because that would be great. Anyway, thank you again for listening. I want to say hope everything is good with your family, and that you're staying safe, you're wearing your mask, and you're social distancing, and that we're all going to get through these strange times together, hopefully safely. And we will see you again next week.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.